Hey everyone, welcome into Northern Life. Thanks for being here with us on this Thursday. I want to first thank all of you out there for the wonderful birthday wishes. It was a fantastic day, had a lot of fun. It was also great to have Briggs the Savage back with the team for a little bit.
It was the best, my gosh, what a cool, and you were actually surprised, right? Like, you
I was
no
genuinely
idea.
surprised because I came into the studio and I saw you and I saw Shania, our director, and I saw Ben, our executive producer, and I thought, okay, people are just hanging out. And then all of a sudden you said the thing about surprises, and I was looking around, and then lo and behold, Briggs, who had been quiet for what she said, 20 minutes, behind that wall.
It was amazing, and that was, I got to give credit to Shania. That was her idea to do that whole thing, and we were planning it all out. And I was afraid at some point when she was coming up here, you were going to cross paths with her, putting on makeup or whatever, and you never saw her. So
never saw her. Not even her car outside.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I'm glad that went off without a hitch, and very awesome to surprise you on your birthday, my friend.
So thanks again for everybody out there.
Yes, of course. We got a lot coming up on today's show. We'll actually have a mini concert to share with you all. We'll be listening to Strike Point, Duluth's highly acclaimed handbell ensemble, before their holiday concert, which is actually coming up in a week here, Ryan. So dig in the archives a little bit for this story.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun listening to that. And today actually marks our final Ironwood story for the week here. We took you to Rigoni's Bakery and the Gorgiba Community College earlier this week. Now today we are discovering how incredibly beautiful and important their historic theater is in the downtown Ironwood area. And this may be one of the strangest stories I've ever heard involving a movie theater. Listen to this. An urn with someone's ashes inside was found abandoned at a theater in Beloit, Wisconsin.
No way!
The manager of the theater says the urn is the oddest item ever left behind. A staff person found that urn in a movie theater just like this one back in September, now leaving movie theater staff to handle that odd situation. And after 60 days, the theater took that urn to the City of Beloit's police department. And at this time, that urn has yet to be claimed.
Just sell it at the concessions. See what with the soda to make some kind of deal. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember what was, I think it said it happened in September. It's been, what, 60 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to imagine what movie you would take someone in an urn to.
Back in September, like the Super Mario movie or something like that? I don't know which one.
Not Wicked. I don't think Wicked
No,
was
not
out
Wicked.
Yet.
No, that's true.
Not Gladiator 2. I don't think Gladiator 2 is out.
So, I mean, I can't even imagine this. It's obviously, it's a very somber thing. You're bringing somebody that you love and who has passed to a movie, but then you forget to bring them back home. Like,
I feel like you would maybe remember where you left them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. But hopefully that urn finds its home sometime in your future.
I would hope so, but I thought it was so strange we just had to share that with you. Let's get to some oh yeah or oh heck no on this Thursday. Our first question. What does the winner of NBC's The Voice win? Well, the winning singer at the end of each season of The Voice takes home a cash prize and a recording contract, but that's no guarantee of professional success after everything's over. And back on Tuesday night, Sofronio Vasquez, I hope I'm saying that right, of Team Michael Bublé won season 26, winning $100K and a record deal. However, the $100K prize does not come without strings attached to it. New York Daily News reports that if a contestant violates their contract with NBC, they will not keep that prize. And any contestant who reveals the details of said contract can be subject to a lawsuit between $100,000 and $1 million. And so, Hunter, do you think that prize is fair? Oh yeah or oh heck no?
I think they could give you nothing if they wanted to. I think it is fair.
That's true.
I'll take whatever money it is. Now, probably after taxes, it's even less than $100,000, I would assume.
Sure.
So it's really not that much money in today's world.
Right.
But you could get nothing too. You know, you're broadcast all over the nation.
You get fame.
You get fame, and whatever you do with that after that is up to you. But you get all the publicity in the world for however long The Voice is on, 2-3 months. How long is it on?
I could be wrong, but I feel like back in the day when it came to American Idol, I feel like the people who won those seasons ended up getting more fame than people who win seasons of current singing competitions. Is that just me, or do you feel that too?
100%. I feel like the first 10 years of American Idol, there's a household name like Daughtry, and you got
Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood is huge.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Ruben Studdard.
Yeah.
Clay Aiken.
Philip Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's a whole bunch. Jessica Simpson, wasn't she on
David
there?
Archuleta.
David Archuleta. David Arquette, wasn't he also on there?
Maybe.
Who's the singer of
David
Queen
Cook?
right
now? Lambert.
Wasn't
Adam
he on there
Lambert.
too? Adam Lambert?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I swear that's the first 10 or 15 years of that show. All those people were on. I can't name anybody in the past 10, 15 years.
We should see if we can get to 100 contestants, naming as many as we can from American Idol.
Seriously.
Yeah. But hey, before the holiday gatherings, is it better to show up to a party fashionably late or on time? The fashionably late window to arrive at a social event usually around 5 to 15 minutes. So according to etiquette expert Diane Gottsman, you should show up no more than 10 to 15 minutes late to a cocktail party or a similar event, and running later than that can send the wrong message. So Hunter, is that 5 to 15 minutes an appropriate window in your eyes? Oh yeah or oh heck no?
I would say so. Don't be any later than 15 minutes if you can avoid it. But I think if you're a little bit late, it's not the end of the world. Now,
Yeah.
if somebody's nice enough to invite you over to their holiday party, you probably should be as on time as you can,
Yeah.
if not a little early, but definitely don't be super late. What do you think?
I'd say that window's an oh yeah. I think I definitely loved like the 10 to 15 minutes after you say the party starts.
Yes.
So that way there's maybe people in the room so you know how to approach the situation as opposed to being the first one.
That's anxiety
feeling
times
like you
1,000.
need to help out or something.
Yeah. Can I help clean your bathroom or something? Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to take coats while people
You
come
want me
in?
to get ice from the gas station? I'll go do it. Hey, let's head to the airport. Maybe you'll be flying this season to see family, and there's a new trend out there called airport rules. For example, if you have time before your flight and you're tired, go ahead and take a nap with no regrets. Maybe you want to get a cocktail before noon just because you're going on vacation. There's no judgment at all. And there's a restaurant at the airport selling your favorite unhealthy meal. How about you go for it? And so, Hunter, do rules go out the window when you go out to travel? Oh yeah or oh heck no?
I would say, yeah. I think a lot of vacations start at the airport. So whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. It's your time. Airport, as long as you're being kind to other people and not, you
Sure.
know, taking up a ton of space when you sleep. You know, don't take up 5, 10 chairs, whatever, with your stuff and you're laying down. But, you know, whatever. It's kind of the Wild West in the airport sometimes, and that's how it should be for vacations.
Yeah, I'd say oh yeah to that too. I love saying like, yeah, if it's 10 a.m. and I got a flight in 2 hours, why not get a rum and diet?
Exactly.
Yeah, or
It's
you
the
know,
best.
the McDonald's is there. Why not get a Big Mac and bring it on the flight?
Hey, it helps me a little
Yeah.
on airplanes too.
Yeah,
so
but you know what I don't like? I don't like getting that bill on the credit card when you come back from your trip.
it's so expensive.
That one's
at the
tough to
airport.
see. Well, hey, coming up, we're touring one of the most beautiful theaters I've ever seen. We're back in Ironwood, Michigan. Next.
Welcome back, folks. Built in 1928, the restored and historic Ironwood Theater has a rich history of providing outstanding entertainment in Michigan's UP.
For the final story from our time in Ironwood, Michigan, we stopped by for a tour of that breathtaking place that was once close to being destroyed.
Come on in.
Wow. Yeah, this is.
Wow.
It's early days, of course. In the 20s, it was music hall and vaudeville and silent movies. And then for most of its life, it was first release cinema. And then when the Cinemaplex opened up out on the highway, this place closed. And it was dark for 2 years, and there was talk of bulldozing it to make more downtown parking. The group got together and said, this place is special, we're going to keep it. So they convinced the city to acquire the building, and a non-profit group was formed then in the 80s, first to restore it, and now to maintain and run it. The place limped along for a while, but the last, 7 years or so, it's been remarkable. The investment in capital, sound, lights, new wireless microphone systems. But we have been supported very well by both the Michigan Arts and Culture Council and the National Endowment for the Arts for many years. How many volunteers we've got in the books? About 120
About
or something?
120, 130.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of those, I would say 35 of them, 40 maybe, are
Yes.
really regulars. They're here all
Yes,
the time.
they're here all the time. Yeah, we cannot function without
just
them. They
couldn't.
do such an amazing job. This place is definitely special to people, and they feel very attached to it, so they love to serve because they love the building so much and they love what it brings.
Yeah. So,
Oh, and there's so many people who say, oh, I did my first dance recital up on the stage, or I did my first experience with community theater. That's how I fell in love with it, or I got my first solo in a Christmas show. And they're so excited, and they have these deep feelings of, oh, I love the way it felt to be on that stage, you know.
during the summer months, we do a lot of tours for
Yes.
high school reunion groups. The class of 82, the class of 75, I think the class of 60-something. And they come in, and almost without exception, at some point during one of those tours, somebody will go, I had my first kiss in that theater.
A lot of special memories you
So I think that's part of it. There's this emotional
Yeah.
attachment. So it's part of the reason why in a community of barely 5,000 people, we're able to maintain a facility like this that in most small communities they're gone. Same on the top.
That's crazy. crazy. Whoa! You're going out? What?
You gotta play like the Phantom of the Opera while you do it. Come on, man.
There it is.
Yes.
You got it.
Crazy.
We are doing something big next year. We are closing down for 2 months. We are doing a mass renovation thanks to the state of Michigan.
Yeah, Department of Labour and Economic Opportunity. We managed to get a grant of $250,000 from them, and we're replacing all of our stage rigging, all of the stuff that causes sets to drop and drapes to open and all of those things.
We'll close down for 2 months, and then we're going to come back with a big bang. So we have lots of stuff coming up next year. Lots of musical talents from all over the world. We're going to have local plays. We'll have a children's theater, dance shows, tribute acts. We're going to have a little bit of everything.
And our cinema series.
We can't show a first run just being that we're a performing arts center, but we try to get it as close to first run as we can. We'll try to get something, the new and up and coming, action film or a children's film or anything like that.
There's something nice about sitting here watching Top Gun Maverick and hearing those aircraft fly through from one side of the theatre to the other, and the theatre shaking with our big sound system.
And having a screen that's literally the size of the stage is a huge bonus because you don't, not even most movie theaters have huge screens like that in this area. So it's wonderful to be able to fill the whole stage with a huge screen. During the Christmas season, it's actually a really big time for us. We have our big Christmas production. So it is with the most amazing people from this community. I didn't realize that we would have such a high concentration of talent in such a small community when I moved here. We'll have our local dance studios are going to be involved in performing some numbers. We'll have some community young children doing some specialty numbers. Our chamber choir from the area is going to do some big productions. We have an adult dance troupe. It's just a wonderful experience, and we get to do a 2-day event and just wow our community and bring hundreds of people into the theater to fall in love with the Christmas spirit, and then everybody goes on their merry way for Christmas.
Walking into a place like this to see any, movie or production would be such a cool feeling.
I got to say, it was unbelievable walking in there.
Absolutely beautiful. And what they told us also kind of right off the bat is there was a chance that whole thing was going to be torn down.
It was going to be gone.
It could have been a parking lot or something like that. And I'm so glad that they were able to restore it and make it look the way it does. It's absolutely amazing.
It is an absolute gem. So if you are in Ironwood, Michigan, you got to stop by that theater. Also got their Christmas Spectacular happening this weekend. That's going to be fun stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're going to talk more about the city of Ironwood and its amazing theater when we come back after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Big thanks again to the city of Ironwood and for the folks at the Ironwood Theater. Just an absolutely great time.
Yeah, and we talked about how the whole thing was kind of restored, but there's also certain parts of it that are from 1928.
Yeah.
Like the curtain itself isn't from 1928, but I believe the sandbags and the operations that bring those curtains down and bring everything, that's from 1928. That's almost 100 years ago.
And the organ you got to play, that was remarkable.
It was so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've never played anything like that before.
Oh, it sounded so cool in
Yeah.
there too. So if you want to check out the theater for yourself, be sure to visit their website at ironwoodtheater.net. Also, we got to give a huge shout out to Rigoni's. That's because they shared our Northern Life episode on YouTube from Monday when we saw that story. And due to that, we got more than 300 views on our Monday episode, which is now the most watched YouTube video on our channel. So big thanks to Rigoni's for showing us that. All their support.
Yeah,
that's
very,
fun stuff.
very, very sweet. Yeah, feel free to anybody out there, share our stuff, get it out there, get people watching it. That'd be fantastic. We love what we do, and so it's cool to see that people are also enjoying what we do. And eating is also one of our favorite things.
And a big thanks again to the city of Ironwood. I really want to go back now. The people were so great. You can see why it's such a tight-knit, wonderful community with over 100 volunteers just at the theater alone. Plenty of great people.
On top of that, the weather. We were there before all the snow happened.
Yeah.
And it just seems like every week they get 5 to 10 plus inches of snow. I want to get out there late in the season when they have 200 plus inches of snow and just see what it's like out there.
Go sledding, go snowmobiling.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Well, listen, coming up a week from tomorrow, Duluth's internationally acclaimed handbell ensemble will present a holiday concert.
And guess what? I was able to go back into our Northern News Now news archives and find a beautiful tune from the Strike Point Handbell Group. And now we'll share that lovely song with you all. That was impressive.
It is. Speaking from a musician side of things, that is very impressive. It's a bunch of people that have to be perfectly in sync. I mean, each bell has different notes, and then cool to see like the vibrato that they're able to do when they move it around like that.
Our director Shania said, "I want to be the guy that does the chimes."
The wind chimes. Those are the best.
Nice and easy. You got to be with a good group to do that all together.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Strike Point is presenting a holiday concert at 7 p.m. on Friday, December 20th. Over at First United Methodist Church here in Duluth. Tickets are available at the door. It's $25 for adults, $10 for students and kids. Strike Point, first established in 1984. Their concert's designed to delight listeners.
Awesome.
Certainly delighted us today.
Amen.
Well, hey, we got a good show coming up tomorrow. We'll see you after the break.
Tomorrow, when we see you again here on Northern Life. The Green Bay Packers are shining on and off the field, of course, as they try to keep their eyes on the playoffs. They are also shopping for kids before Christmas. We hear what they mean to their Wisconsin communities coming up tomorrow. Always great to see these organizations getting out there in the community and doing stuff to help the folks out there that are supporting them, too.
Yeah, it's always great to see, too, that sometimes those kids, you see clips of them asking the players questions.
Yeah.
It's just really funny. It's always a good time. Well, hey, before we go today, if you think you've had it bad this year, there's a guy in Ohio who's had enough with drivers outside of his house. The poor guy has seen 3 cars hit his home over the years. And so to take action, since the city hasn't allegedly been helping him, he has put signs and enormous boulders in his front yard in order to prevent further accidents.
That's insane. What bad luck. I mean, obviously it must be in a bad spot, right? It's got to be like...
It looks like it's at one of those, I don't know what you call it, a 3-point intersection.
Sure, yep, that makes sense.
So folks maybe just keep going straight and they don't stop.
That's just bad luck, man. Very lucky that he hasn't gotten hurt yet from any of those.
But I mean, you see the damage to it to the left. The car there was another car like in his house, so I'm glad he's okay.
Yes.
I think for the most part, if he's one thing to be thankful for is that he's still okay.
Yes, it can always be worse out there, folks, though.
Good kid. Well, hey, thanks for joining us. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.